Hello, friends and family. Welcome to Root to Fly, your home for spiritual insight, mindfulness, and inspiration. Today, we're looking into your current situation and everything you need to know about it. There are 3 options to choose from. Option number 1, temptation with the Apache's tear crystal. Option number 2, wisdom with the cobaltin calcite crystal. And option number 3, fertility with the rose quartz crystal. Timestamps are in the description box below. I'll see you at your pile. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bye! Hi Pile 1, if you chose the Temptation card with the Apache's tear crystal, this is your reading for everything you need to know about your current situation. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into it. All right, what does Pile 1 need to know about their current situation? What does Pile 1 need to know about the current situation on their mind? All right, what does Pile 1 need to know about the current situation on their mind? Okay, for a lot of you, I feel like you have this, maybe you have a crush on someone, you have a romantic relationship that's in the works and pending. I feel like you're really, really, really attracted to someone, or there's someone who's extremely attracted to you, and maybe you're wondering if they're a player, if they really want something serious, or if they're just going to kind of sweep you off your feet and then leave you hanging. What does option number 1 need to know about their current situation? But you are guided to kind of enjoy your love life. There's something that needs to be revived in your spirit, and this can go for you even if you are in a committed and firm partnership. There's a resurgence in the flirtation, in the livelihood, in the youthful spirit, in the excitement in your love life coming up. I feel like you may be feeling like not wanting to settle down because in the past you may have had relationships that were all too confining and deep and passionate and overwhelmingly kind of like intertwined. And so now there's this need for kind of like just lighthearted connection, and you feel it, whoever your love interest is feels it, but you may be wondering if you even have the capacity to do lighthearted relationships due to these challenges of the past. So ego and temptation, these are the devil card in their respective decks. So that is telling me that there was just there were control issues connecting you in the past, and a lot of it had to do with probably unhealthy patterns that you learned in childhood, and it's all coming to the surface. We recently, if you're watching at the time that this video is posted, it is timeless, but if you are watching at the time of the video being posted, we recently had a lunar eclipse, and so that is a big kind of shift and transformation. And for you, I think that really hit you in the area of relationships. All right. What does option number 1 need to know about their current situation? What does option number 1 need to know about their current situation? What does option number 1 need to know about their current situation? there is this forward movement. So for some of you, maybe it doesn't have to do with your love life specifically, or maybe it has to do with your love life and your career. Because now I'm seeing that maybe in the past you struggled with kind of taking things too seriously, worrying too much, having too much strictness in the way that you showed up in your relationships, in the way that you showed up to your work, because there was this need for control because you didn't feel like you had enough control. It was coming from a place of lack, but now you're starting to see kind of the fruits of your labor from the past, because also with the devil card or the temptation card or the ego card, these are Capricorn energies, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is about kind of delayed rewards. So maybe you were working, and you just felt like you had to work harder, but it was more so about the consistency. And so now that you've put in these consistent efforts, you're finally gonna get off the ground and start seeing the fruits of your labor and take flight. And so you may have like a new idea or a new project or a new relationship that you want to start, and the odds are really in your favor for this to go not only well, but also to go smoothly. And it's just a huge message here to take your time and stay consistent, but don't overdo it. It's about consistency. It's not about like banging out as much work as you can at one time, or just getting so intensely and deeply bonded like as quickly as you possibly can. Yeah. All right. Any final messages for my option number one? What does my option number one need to know about their current situation? What does option number one need to know about their current situation? What does option number one need to know about their current situation? What does option number one need to know about their current situation? Just a lot of newness, new love, new lease on life. And these are things that are going to just grow and become more and more fruitful over time. If you're worried if a business idea or a relationship are fleeting or not worth your, investing into, they're so worth investing into, and this is going to pay off for the long haul. For some of you, like if it's a relationship, this is going to be like your long-term partner, and that you can really like bring around your friends. And if this is a business endeavor, this is going to be the thing. This is like your thing that's really going to take off. Awesome. That's so exciting, option number one. Thank you for tuning in. I know this one was short, sweet, to the point. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for future readings. Let me know how this resonates, and I can't wait to read for you again next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the Wisdom card and the Cobaltan Calcite, this is your reading for whatever you need to know about your current situation. Please make sure you're subscribed, like this video, and comment down below. Let me know how it resonates. Help support this channel in putting out fresh content every week. Let's get right into it. What does option number 2 need to know about their current situation? What does option number 2 need to know about their current situation? What is option number 2? One card at a time, please. So I believe that you may be running away from something that's actually really positive and really good for you. You might be afraid of kind of accepting or believing that something is actually as good as it seems. You might be feeling like this is too good to be true. And as a result, wanting to rely on what's comfortable to you that you know you enjoy as well, which is your independence. But I do get the sense that you still want to push through and move forward from it anyways. So maybe you're leaving a marriage, maybe you're leaving your family home, and you want to go move out and be on your own. And even though you know that you'll miss some things about it, you just feel like you have to have this experience. But for a lot of you, you're actually in two minds about it. So you don't know what your intuition is telling you to do, whether to stay or whether to go, but you're on your way out because something about the bond or the connection or the family or the community or the relationship that you're part of is feeling overwhelming, and you're just craving this independence. What does option number 2 need to know about their current situation? What does option number 2 need to know about their current situation? Maybe you feel like your current situation is riddled with too much trouble, with too much control, and maybe you feel like you've overgiven to this situation in the past. For a lot of you, there's just a lot of pressure going on in your home life. And I want to say that these jewels are kind of being pointed out to me. And I'm taking this to mean that diamonds are built under pressure. So there's something about your current situation, as long as it's a safe situation, but there's something about it that if you do stick with it, you can grow from it. For many of you, maybe in the past you were heavily reliant and there were a lot of codependent dynamics, but now you are experiencing a new level of like financial independence. So maybe you're like just getting like your career started and it's making you so eager to just move on and be on your own and kind of enjoy the fruits of your labor on your own. And I see this happening for you, but the insight here is there's no rush, and definitely don't leave out of like trying to run away. Leave from a place of gratitude. Don't burn any bridges. And if you take that advice, I do see that, oh, actually, it's going to bring a lot of inner turmoil if you take that advice, but in the end, you will be grateful that you maintained healthy relationships with whatever it is that you're moving on from, especially if it's a workplace. And you'll just feel all around more supported in starting afresh as you move forward. So, for example, if you're leaving a a job that you had for the longest time, like put in your 2 weeks notice or even more if you can. If you're leaving your family, you know, give them enough time to prepare themselves. And if you're leaving a relationship, make sure, as long as it's a healthy relationship for the most part, you know, that you're doing all that you can, recommending therapy before you just leave it. And, you know, I recommend therapy for all stages of relationship, even the end of the relationship. And if you do your best work to leave this situation as positively, amicably, and mutually as possible, it will work in your favor into the future, and you'll feel a lot more supported in going out on your own. And like you have, instead of having like codependent dynamics, you'll feel like you have like community that supports you if need be. All right, final messages for pile number 2. What does pile number 2 need to know about their current situation? What does pile number 2 need to know about their current situation? 9 of Pentacles came out for a second time. What is pile? There's no rush. If you're in two minds about something, you can't make up your mind, just keep with the path that you're on for a little while longer, because things are going to kind of reveal themselves and come to a close naturally on their own. Don't force it. But you'll know when the time is right, and you'll be really inspired to take action. And you are advised when you feel inspired, not when you feel confused and wanting to run away and wanting to avoid something or wanting to jump the gun on something, but when you feel it in every fiber of your being that you want to just go and take action, that's when it's time to do so. So you got to give it a little bit more time to bake, and you'll feel that inspiration and the path will reveal itself, and it's like you cannot even help yourself from moving forward there. So maybe it's like finding the right apartment, place to live, the right new job to move on to, or whatever. It's going to reveal itself, and it's all going to happen really naturally, and all of the circumstances around it, like the universe is just going to usher you into it. You're not going to feel confused anymore. All right, that is what I have for you about your current situation, option number 2. Let me know down below how it resonated. Go ahead and like this, subscribe for future content, and thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the fertility card and the rose quartz crystal, this is your reading for everything you need to know about your current situation. Don't forget to subscribe down below, like this video, comment once you've listened, let me know how it resonated, and let's get right into it. What does option number 3 need to know about their current situation? What does option number 3 need to know? One card at a time, please. What does option number 3 need to know about their current situation? What does option number 3 need to know about their current situation? What does option number 3 need to know about their current situation? Bottom of the deck. Okay, so there is a lot of conflict in your environment. I am just hearing in my mind that this is a workplace situation. So maybe you're unhappy with, or maybe just there's some drama in your workplace. Or like, it's just like you're being given like too much workload, and it's really affecting your nervous system. Or maybe you you want to quit and you want to move on and you want to do your own thing. However, you wouldn't know how to make it, or you have quit and things are going well at first, but now you are kind of regretting it because you feel like you can't handle everything on your own. You're feeling unsupported, and there's a lot of like strife associated with your current situation. A lot of you can benefit from some form of having someone help you to sift through your mindset around the situation. Because a lot of the strife is coming from your own mind. And this has been a theme throughout the reading today. But I get the impression that things are so much better than they seem, and it's just kind of the way that it's being perceived, making it feel harder than it is. So in my line of work, I'm a flight attendant, and we always say like it's a very, very easy career once you get into it, and we always say don't make easy hard, because there are certain personality types that will just take the most simple, task and take it too seriously, and it makes something that could be so simple so difficult. So there is maybe in this pile, I'm getting the impression that you could be a perfectionist. And so those tendencies are causing you to see yourself in a distorted light. And there's a strong need to let go of the pressure that you're putting on yourself. It's not coming from other people, so that you can enjoy your relationships with others. You can enjoy the different social circles and communities that you're a part of. Because this perfectionism and this pressure you put on yourself, it kind of alienates you. Because you don't see yourself as, like, it's kind of like constantly being worried that you have something on your teeth, so not smiling and like not talking to other people kind of thing, like just as like a random example. But there's a lot of love and camaraderie and friendship and joy that you could be having if you reviewed and released this mentality. All right. What does option number 3 need to know about their current situation? 6 of Wands, like you are in such a good position, but you don't see yourself that way. What is option number 3? Really, the universe wants you to just have fun, just have a good time, just enjoy yourself, just be with friends. 3 of Cups, celebrate. Like, life is meant to be celebrated for you right now. And so there's something that you really need to look inside of yourself and contend with and give it a rest, and just decide to change your mentality, change your self-concept, because it's not only hurting you, but it's also, you have so much beauty, especially to share with the world, and you might be telling me, oh, I'm not beautiful, I'm not pretty, like this can't be about me. No, you have so much beauty to share with the world, and you're not doing it because you don't see yourself that way, and it's really, really, really sad. But it's something that's coming from inside. Nobody else sees you that way. So you're being encouraged to make a move, take the choice. I see that maybe there's like a partner, like a love interest that might come in and help you get out of your shell and help you, if you share your insecurities with them without putting them, like kind of placing them upon them or wanting them to validate your insecurity, but you ask for help so that you can overcome them. This could really be a pivotal moment for you. Or if you have trusted friendships or like relatives that you could talk about this with. But I'm really seeing actually like a romantic partner. This is gonna help you make that shift, but you have to decide for yourself before ever even imploring someone else in this journey. But it's gonna be a self-love journey that you're gonna go on, and it's going to reap really positive rewards and bring such joy and fun and friendship into your life. Option number 3. All right, that's a beautiful message. Thank you so much for reading, allowing me to read your energy. Comment down below, let me know how it resonated. Make sure to subscribe for future content and like this if it did resonate. We'll see you next time. Bye.